Are you serious? Are you serious? Welcome to the Coming Apocalypse. I'm Pastor Paul Begley. Once again, this is incredible information. Disclaimer: some of the content on this video is for entertainment only, or at least that's what they say. www.pastorpaulgold.com, www.pastorpaulgold.com, or call them on the phone at 877-646-5347. The feds are out of options. Rates have been cut. Money printing, balance sheet reversals. They call it policy. Guys, I call it a panic. This is an end game economics where hope is replaced by discipline and the illusion of control finally breaks. They're not cutting rates because things are strong. No, they're cutting because the system is cracking. Inflation is eating away at people's savings. The labor market is stalling. The confidence in the dollar is fading fast. For decades, the Fed built a house made of paper. Now they're striking a match and going to burn the thing down, leaving us holding the bag. Every cycle ends the same way. I'm already starting to hear it's a bubble in the market. Then they're going to go with bailouts for the banks. And then they're going to have broken promises and broken retirement funds. That's why smart investors are moving toward what's real: gold and silver. That's right, gold, a biblical currency. And when's the last time you actually held something tangible in your hand? Not paper assets. I'm talking tangible assets. And Noble Gold can help you do that with physical gold and silver. You can find out how. You could roll over that 401k or part of it. You could buy silver and gold. They'll help you do that. They're very easy to work with. Find out how. Just click on that link below. Go to www.pastorpaulgold.com or call them on the phone at 877-646-5347. If you qualify, and you probably do, they'll give you a bar of silver, 10 ounces bar of silver for free. If you qualify with setting up an account, you can do this. I'm sure it can make sense for you. The silver alone they'll give you is worth $650. You're off to a great start. Find out more about it at Noble Gold, PastorPaulGold.com. All right. So, yeah. And that love gift is still in play for the 3 CDs. We're going to continue to do that. Your love gift of $45 or more, I will send you 3 CDs. 1, Kevin Copley. 2, Israel Hall, featured in Formerly Jacob. These are great CDs. 3, my CD, Harmonize and Prophesy, with some great songs on all of these. These are great CDs. So your love gift of $45 or more, those 3 CDs are coming to you. Don't worry about it. You don't have to order them. They're just automatically going to be coming to you in the mail. And we want to thank you for your donations and your faithfulness. You're helping us send out blankets, and they're going out today to people who are in need, that are in need of a miracle, in need of love. They're in need of a touch from the Lord, okay? A touch from the Lord, and that certainly helps. All right, we've got a situation developing now we want to share with you. This just in, and it's not good. We wanted to confirm and make sure it was true. It is. Iran has been linked. Some of their hackers have hit the United Kingdom. They've hit their power plants. They've hit their water systems. And they've hit the water systems in Minnesota in the United States. Does that shock you? Minnesota? Well, because of the invasion. Basically, guys, you have a radical Islamic invasion of America. This is crazy. So, former top Pentagon officials and Heritage Foundation visiting fellow Steve Pkwy joins Fox and Friends and was starting to analyze what has happened. The Iranian-linked hackers are suspected of forcing a small British power generator offline for 4 days last month. The latest sign that Iran's linked cyber activity may be moving from probing vulnerable systems to causing disruptions, not only in the United Kingdom, but in the United States as well. The Iranian-linked hackers were behind the outage, according to British security officials who spoke with multiple news outlets. To be clear, there was no threat to a wider grid across the country, but one network was hacked. We have one of the most resilient energy systems in the world, according to the United Kingdom Energy Minister Michael Shanks. He described the generator as tiny, but said his department was briefed. The CEOs are following the intrusion on steps they should take to stay off and to make it more secure. The British shutdown came weeks after hackers struck more than 30 community water systems in Minnesota, accessing technology used to remotely monitor and control the pumps and other equipment within these 30 power water plants. Minnesota officials have not publicly attributed the attacks to Iran, but the Pentagon is. They know it is. And the likely culprit is the Iranians. President Donald Trump has publicly rejected that the assessment that Iran has done it, but the Pentagon is confirming it is, together with the incidents that's been putting civilian infrastructure at the center of another front in the conflict between the United States and Iran. And as the military confrontation stretches into its 6th month, relatively small, often lightly defended water and energy facilities offer the hackers a way to cause physical disruption without penetrating a major power grid or striking a military target. These facilities can be especially vulnerable because many rely on internet-connected industrial control systems that allow operators to monitor and manage physical equipment remotely. Once inside, the hackers can interrupt operations, lock out operators, or manipulate controls for pumps and other machinery. In July, there was an alert by the FBI and the environmental protection agencies saying that malicious actors were targeting water and wastewater treatment plants and utilities in 7 different states. But 30 of these attacks were upon the water treatment plants and water plants in the state of Minnesota. So, and because of the recent attacks, it shows us that the state of Minnesota has been compromised. The controllers are affecting the systems used to track water levels, water pressure, pump operations, equipment alarms, and in some communities, equipment was temporarily taken offline while operators restored the system. Iran intends a wider campaign. They're just probing, guys. They're just probing. They're just probing. They're just probing. And the reason they're doing this is because what they're trying to do is figure out how they can do a massive 9/11 attack. Imagine this. Don't want it, but just pray against it. But imagine this. What if Iran was able to poison all the water treatment plants in the United States simultaneously? Imagine that. Or every illegal truck driver that was of Iranian ideology decided to run their semis into the front doors of schools or into shopping malls. Just drive it straight in with oil tankers. What if 10,000 jihadis decided at a single hour to just start attacking and stabbing people in the streets in every major city in America simultaneously? I'm just saying that we have to understand that something bigger than 9/11 is coming our way. All of the agencies, and we've got government insiders that are telling us this is what the United States is looking at right now, trying to figure out what do we do if such an attack happens. I don't know if there's a contingent plan for that or not. I mean, every 9/11 phone line would light up if there were 10,000 people being stabbed and hacked and just somebody going around doing this, 10,000 jihadis at one time. How in the world would the local police, how in the world would the 9/11 first responders, how in the world will the military be able to react to such an inside attack? And if I, a country preacher sitting here I'm from the cornfields of Indiana, if I can come up with that concept, what in the world are the jihadis thinking about doing? And they may have a double, triple, quadruple effect that could wreak havoc in our world. We have got serious problems to look at. And then, if that's not enough, how about these socialists and these radical Islamists, these Sharia law-loving radical Islamists running for Congress, running for the Senate? The latest guy who's really an idiot, and I say that carefully, but without hesitation. His name is his name, let me get his exact name because I want to get it exactly right. His name is Abdul Muhammad El Sayed of Michigan. The internet is ablaze right now because of his controversial socialist. He's a Senate candidate who won the Democratic nomination to be a senator in the state of Michigan. His name is Abdul Muhammad Al Sayed in Michigan. He has now attacked the second lady, Usha Vance, in taking a dig at the Vice President J.D. Vance's wife, leading some top voices to question how he would treat female staff members if he wins and becomes a U.S. Senator in November. Listen, this guy, Abdul Muhammad Al Sayed, is now attacking the wives of U.S. leaders. What a guy. That's what former Florida State Representative Ben Garber said. Al Sayed, running against Republican former Congressman Mike Rogers, has launched the attack on Saturday after J.D. Vance slammed him for making his statement and how he wants to adhere to Sharia law during a rally in Ohio, suggesting the practice would be completely alien to his grandfather, whom he calls Papa. That's what Vance said. So do we think J.D. is taking Usha with him back in time to meet Papa, or no? El Sayed said, seemingly making a reference to the second lady's Indian ethnicity. El Sayed's campaign did not return a comment when J.D. Vance fired back. Why does Abdul Muhammad Al Sayed just assume that all white Western grandparents are racist? Said Congressman Brandon Gill of Texas in response to the post. If you're a rural white American living in Michigan, just remember, Abdul Muhammad Al Sayed could become your senator. He believes you're a racist. That's what a commentator, Ryan Gerdusky, said in Michigan. This is why there are ads in the primary correctly highlighting how sexist and misogynist that Abdul Muhammad Al Sayed is. And they are running these ads all over X. Democrats are supporting Al Sayed and against Mike Rogers. He has so much contempt for women. If you're over the politics of division, you better reject Abdul Muhammad Al Sayed, is what was said. You are a racist creep. That's what the journalist Emily Schrader said in response to Al Sayed's post. Earlier in the day, Al Sayed had also made reference to Natalie Harp, who is an aide to President Donald Trump. Far-left media and the Democrats online have spent the last 2 weeks trying to imply that Natalie Harp and President Trump were having an improper relationship. Natalie, as he calls her, I think has had a little too much iPad time for the week. Trump needs his rest, said Al Sayed, in response to President Trump blasted him at a rally for campaigning with the far-left socialist Hassan Piker, who has said that America deserves another 9/11 attack. This is what I'm talking about, said the GOP strategist Matt Whitlock, posting screenshots of the post directed at Natalie Harp and Usha Vance. Just a bad campaign. This is a bad candidate with bad instincts, sitting home on a Saturday morning tweeting bad tweets. Takes that any normal campaign would shut down if they did it. He goes after the vice president's wife. He goes after Natalie Harp. This coward picks on women who are not in his fight. Imagine how he'll treat female staffers in the halls of Congress if he becomes a senator. That's what Tudor Dixon said, the former Republican who ran for governor in Michigan. So, yeah, they're not real happy with this dude. I don't know how a radical Islamist, Sharia law-loving Abdul Muhammad Sayed, how in the world did he win the Democratic nomination to be the next senator in the state of Michigan? Hopefully Mike Rogers the Republican will be able to defeat this guy. Hopefully, the voters of Michigan will rise to the occasion. They need to pray and vote in that order. So we're going to keep a close eye. This is the kind of thing that's happening right now. They're trying to take over our government with and with this Sharia law loving group, or they're either Islamist, or they are radical Islamist, or they are communist. And in some cases, like Zohan Mandami of New York City, the little commie, he's both. He loves both. So, I mean, and he's making a mess of New York. So I'm just telling it the way it is. I mean, I'm just calling it out what it is. And what it is an ugly mess. My mama taught me better. I hope yours did. Don't pick on somebody's wife. You don't pick on somebody's wife. What are you doing? Abdul Muhammad al-Sayyid.
My mama only owned 2 dresses in her life. She knew how to take care of children. She knew how to be a wife. She took us kids to church on Sunday. In the pew we could be found. Even if all mama had to wear was her hand-me-downs. Hand-me-downs. A lot of lessons I have learned. Hand-me-downs. How I wish those years I could return. Even though I've been to hell and back, heaven's gift I have found. And all the wisdom that my mama gave to me was her hand-me-downs. My daddy died on a very cold April day. There wasn't much that I could do. There wasn't much I could say. My mama took my hand and said, heaven's gates he has found. So learn everything he taught you and hand it down. Hand-me-downs. A lot of lessons I have learned. Hand-me-downs. How I wish those years I could return. Even though I've been to hell and back, heaven's gift I have found. And all the wisdom that my mama gave to me was her hand-me-downs. My life will never be the same or ever turn around unless I learn the lesson that my mama handed me down. Hand-me-downs. Hand-me-downs. A lot of lessons I have learned. Hand-me-downs. How I wish those years I could return. Even though I've been to hell and back, heaven's gift I have found, and all the wisdom that my mama gave to me was her hand